I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-magab, it's time for the only news that matters. And the death of former Whitesnake and Thin Lizzy and Blue Murder star John Sykes has prompted a wave of loving tributes from his peers. The guitarist died at 65 after what official statement described as a hard-fought battle with cancer. Just heard the shocking news of John's passing, said David Coverdale, who worked with Sykes on Whitesnake Slide It In and the Whitesnake album. He says, "My sincere condolences to his family, friends, and fans. I am saddened about the news of my bandmate John Sykes," said Carmine Appice, who performed along Sykes in the 90s group Blue Murder. He said, "I'm shocked about his passing. We played such great music and had a great time together. John's playing, writing, and singing were amazing. I loved him like a brother. We lived close to each other, and when we were in Blue Murder, we hung out every day. He was an amazing guitar player, and together with Tony Franklin on bass, we had a great rock trio. He will be missed." Damn right you did. Alright, and guitarist Adrian Vandenberg also appeared on 1987's Whitesnake album, paid tribute to Sykes while lamenting the fact that they never met in person. Which is weird, because I heard an interview with him when he was there when David Coverdale and Sykes had it out. I don't know. Well, let's keep reading. He said, "Like many rock lovers, I was always hoping he would suddenly blast back on the music scene again with a killer record and start touring again. Musically, our paths have crossed a few times, but unfortunately, we never met in person. Fuck cancer." Yeah. By the way, when I did the video of when John passed away, I mentioned, well, he didn't play on Here I Go Again. What I meant was he didn't play the solo on Here I Go Again. And since I didn't make that clear, I got about 20 comments. "You're wrong. He did play on the song." All right, okay. I meant he didn't play on the solo. But, you know, I'll be honest, I didn't know if he played on the song or not. I'm not that much of a dork. But anyway, let's keep going. I'm sorry. And who else here? We got Glenn Hughes. He says, "There's no words to describe how I feel about John's guitar playing. He was absolutely a phenomenon. Here's a song that we wrote together called Heaven's Missing an Angel with an amazing solo on this song. And honored to have John join me on vocals." Wow, I gotta hear that. I didn't know about that. Rest in peace, dear one. The angel, is smiling. Mark Kendall said, "Super sad to hear about the passing of John Sykes. He played in Whitesnake on our first tour with them in the UK. Wait a second. Oh, he toured the Slide It In, because I saw the 87 tour with Great Wide Opening, and John didn't play any shows on that tour. Anyway, he said he played on Whitesnake on our first tour with them and in the UK, and what a great player, and he was a super nice, personable guy. He was a really gifted guitar player. Blessing to his family." Wow. Winger wrote, "A huge talent, a huge influence." And who else? A lot of people. Courtney Cox said, "Deeply saddened to hear the passing of one of my major influences on guitar, John Sykes. Thank you all for the music and inspiration. Rest in power." Oh, look, Zach Wild. "God bless John Sykes." Man, you want to talk about somebody that was influenced by John Sykes? Those squeals that John did? Come on. Zach totally was influenced by that shit. Totally. Slash just wrote R.I.P. Slash should have been more proper and say, rest in peace, a much better guitar player than me. Alright. Oh, Eddie Trunk said, who the fuck cares? You're not a musician. Fuck off. Alright, I'll admit it. I am jealous of that blowhard. He's not metal like me and he's a spokesman of metal. Fuck him. Look at my jealousy. Anyway, alright, so that's it. Wow, how sad, you know? I've been reeling over this for the past few days, man. You know, because I am a big Sykes fan, and I own everything he's ever recorded, and oh, man. And my tribute's more important than Eddie Trunk's. And I don't care if Eddie Trunk was his friend or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Get Eddie on this show. I'll stump the Trunk. I'll stump him with John Sykes trivia, man. Why am I going on these different tangents? You bring up Eddie Trunk and my jealousy just shows. Let's get back to John Sykes. This is about John Sykes. I'll get into Eddie Trunk and all the other BS on other episodes. I want to keep this one classy, and I already made it unclassy, so I'm going to try to fix it up here and say how much I loved this man. I was lucky enough to see him 3 times. I saw the first Blue Murder tour. I saw the second Blue Murder tour where I hung out with him. And we got drunk. Well, I got drunk on his Jack Daniels. And the Thin Lizzy show. My God, that was amazing. See, I'm not into tribute bands unless John Sykes is there. Oh, well, throw in Aldridge and Scott Gorham and Mark Mendoza and Daryl Wharton, and man, was that an amazing show. Did I walk out of there saying, hey, I got to see Thin Lizzy? No, I didn't. I saw a badass tribute band that is, you know, pretty much better than any tribute band I would like to see. Because, come on, let's face it, Thin Lizzy is just with Scott Gorham. And in no way I'm talking bad about the great Rudy Sarzo. I'm just bringing up an example. Scott Gorham and John Sykes, those two were in Thin Lizzy, but they weren't in the original Thin Lizzy. Where Quiet Riot, Rudy Sarzo's the only guy left, and he wasn't in the original Quiet Riot. But I'll still go see Quiet Riot because I love Rudy Sarzo, and I pay respect to a fellow Cuban that lived and that was raised in the same town that I am living in now, Hialeah, Florida. All hail Rudy Sarzo. And all hail Whitesnake, man. Unfortunately, you know, the Slide It In tour didn't come near me, or if I would have went, especially since it was Quiet Riot headlining. Talking of Quiet Riot. It was Quiet Riot, Whitesnake, and Armored Saint. Oh man, would I have ever been there if that came down my way. But it didn't, so I never got to see Whitesnake with John Sykes. I saw the Whitesnake tour with Vivian Campbell and Adrian Vandenberg, both great players, but I gotta say, man, as much as I love Vivian and as much as I love Adrian, I like Sykes more than both of them combined. I really do. And I can imagine. Let me know in the comments below if it exists. Is there the version of Here I Go Again with Sykes on lead guitar? Is there a version of that one? If there is, please link it to the YouTube comments below, because I would love to hear that. I bet you it's better. And I love Vandenberg, believe me. I'm a big fan of that, especially that first Vandenberg album. But I liked Here Comes From the Storm, whatever, and Alibi, Kamikaze. That's a great solo. But man, Sykes owns Vandenberg and owns Vivian, who I like more than Vandenberg. I'm telling you, he's up there, man. He's way. I know I did a top 10 guitar player on this channel. I don't remember where I put him on, but I definitely know that John Sykes definitely got to be in my top 10 easily. And also, I forgot to talk about this. I also read a thing on Marty Friedman talking about what an influence John Sykes was on him. And, you know, a lot of people, I can see, you know, a lot of people won't mention it or it slips their mind, but seriously, Zakk Wylde, man. I hear Zakk Wylde talk a lot about Frank Marino, which is proper, because Frank Marino fucking rules. Frank Marino's up there with John Sykes with me, right there, neck and neck. But, Marty Friedman was influenced. And I know a lot of other people were, especially Zakk. No, but Zakk takes it another level. A lot of people go crazy. Oh my God, too many squeal harmonics. Well, you know, blame John Sykes for Zakk Wylde doing that overload. But hey, Zack's a good player too. He's no John Sykes though. That's just my opinion. What's your opinion? Leave it in the comments below of what John Sykes meant to you. And also, thank you for watching The Only News That Matters. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And ring that little notification bell. I would appreciate that. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Blue Murder and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.